Hey y'all, we're back today for another reaction. Today we are going to be reacting to Lost Season 3, Episode 2, The Glass Ballerina. Ooh, after that first episode of Season 3, I only hope that it just gets better and better. I am really excited, this show just continues to in a unique way reinvent itself, as it constantly is showing us that it's more than just survival. There's more than just a weird experiment going on, or there's more than supernatural going on. There's just more layers and layers to the show and what is actually going on. And I find that so refreshing. And yet, even though there are all these new layers, it doesn't feel like a new show. It just feels so purposeful, so connected, and so just well thought out. And so I am so excited to see where this ends up going. The Glass Ballerina is quite a unique title. Usually you could pick out some clues. So I know that some of you guys were like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, JG was able to really figure out the plot or really predict a lot of what happened in the premiere. And definitely don't get me wrong, I was still very much surprised, but a huge part in that is looking at the episode title, especially when shows are very purposeful in their titles. You can tell, you can maybe get an idea for what to expect, and if you know, based off the characters that we got, based on what's happening, based on what you think could happen, you can make some good educated guesses. Walking Dead's a really good example. Walking Dead, though, it can really surprise you sometimes, but Lost, their titles are very intentional and sometimes have more than one meaning. And so, really realizing, with last episode being A Tale of Two Cities, it was more than likely it was going to tell us a lot about what was going on with the other group here. Which actually reminds me, so I was actually that night I was thinking about really wanting to make another video or making another video talking about that, because I looked up, it's been a while since I read A Tale of Two Cities, but I looked up the description. There's some interesting things about A Tale of Two Cities here, about this summary and some things about it that I'm like, there might be more connections here to Lost than maybe realize. It was a theory video. Maybe I'll make it here. I know I'm making a lot of videos, actually. I'm about to be doing a 4-episode binge, so I'm about to watch this one, then episode 3, 4, and 5, because for the next 2 weeks, starting Wednesday, I'm going to be on a business trip, so I want to make sure you guys are getting your content that you guys should be getting, even though I'm going to be busy. That should not stop the content on this channel. We are growing. We are 7 away from 600. I want to get to 1,000. I want to continue to grow this. I want to make content about movies and TV for you guys. And so, while things in life might take precedence, I still want to commit to this channel. So, this weekend's a busy weekend recording lots of videos for you guys. In total, will be about 14 videos recorded and edited. So that way, over the next 2 weeks, you guys have videos and content and amazing stuff. I might not be super active or responding to comments right away. Probably try to do that in the evenings if I have the time. But I will be very excited to at least get these out for you guys and to watch these episodes. I'm about to do 4 episodes of Lost. This is the biggest binge I've done since watching the show. I normally I usually record like about the day before. Is when usually I record, and so this will be an adventure here, doing 4 in a row. I am that excited though, so even though this is technically work, I'm excited. This is gonna be fun as heck. But yeah. I also wanted to bring up Jack, because before we get into this episode, there was a lot of conversation about Jack in that episode, mostly because of my response. So Jack is complicated. I don't dislike Jack. I want that to be clear first. I do like Jack as a character. Jack is very complicated, though, because Jack is very emotional, and the way that he responds a lot of the times is very angry and very borderline, almost violent and aggressive. And it's a lot. And I get where he's coming from, though, in the current island story, where, someone made a really good list about all the things that the others have done, and I'm like, okay, yeah, it's very valid. But it's just, I don't know. Like, you can you can not trust someone and not be super just like screaming and just yelling, like, and I get it. I get it. I get it. Others have really screwed them over and like hurt them, and it's, I don't know, maybe it's the connotation. It's definitely more so in the prior, especially with his interaction with his dad. That really upset me, and I really was not a fan of that at all. That's when he was being really like obsessive, like he was. Despite all that, though, Jack did turn around though, and he was able to let it go, and he asked if Sarah was okay. And so I have a hard time putting to words why I'm not. It frustrates me because I do understand that in his situation, like, it's valid, and the others are not, should not be trusted. Even Juliet, like, she should not be trusted. I know I talk about how much I like her, and I know that, like, I say I trust her. I'm talking about me, as in JG, the viewer. If I'm Jack in that situation, I am sure as heck not trusting her. But again, as a viewer, someone who is watching this from a story perspective, from someone who writes stories and creates stories, at the moment, I have some cautious flags about Juliet, but I do trust her. And I do think that she has good intention, and that maybe she's maybe on the wrong side, maybe. And I think a big clue about that is Ben closes her out and locks her out. She doesn't say anything in the moment, but I'll be curious to see if that comes up again. Actually, I know it will come up again. It has to come up. That's very intentional. You don't just show that and just leave it there. But I just wanted to talk about Jack because I know that was a very hot topic in the comments. I don't think anybody went too far. I don't know, maybe it's because, like, I'm just a very just, I try to be peaceful. I try to use, while I myself am very emotional, I do try to balance it with a lot of reason. Again, though, the others haven't really given them reason to have reason. So I don't know. It's tough. It's challenging. Just know that I don't know. I just Jack's a complicated character. Jack's a very complicated character. Again, though, most of it does stem from prior and his dad. Like, that was way too far. Like, come on. Well, guys, before we hop into this video, first I just want to say thank you again so much. Again, like I said earlier, we are just 7 away from 600, so we are so very close. We just hit 60,000 views. Like, 60,000 views. Like, that's not like millions or anything, but like 60,000 for a small channel like me. Like, you guys are so awesome. If you're new to the community, welcome first and foremost. I'm so glad that you're here. Whether you love Lost or other shows and you want to talk about movies and TV, this is the place to be. I'm so excited for it. This is going to be quite an adventure. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. That way you don't miss any reactions to other shows. Mondays will be Breaking Bad. Tuesdays, Thursdays, we got Lost. Wednesdays, Disney Plus Day. Right now, there's nothing, but soon will be Moon Knight. Be getting those Hawkeyes up here shortly, hopefully here. And then also on Fridays, some Haunting of Hill House. Breaking and Haunting Hill House have been kind of slow right now because of focusing on this business trip. But they will be going up while I am away. So that will be exciting for y'all. And then also finishing up some Legend of Vox Machina. So lots of great content. You guys have also been asking for a Patreon. I know that there has been some small interest before, but definitely in the last video, y'all want this. So I'm going to make that a priority when I come back from my business trip. I won't make any guarantee. There's a soft goal in my head to maybe want to have it up so that it's ready for April 1st, which is not a fool's joke. But regardless, it will be a first of the month launch. So whether that be, it'll be more than likely no later than May. I'm going to try to shoot for April, though. So I'm going to be putting out a post here to kind of see like how other channels do it. I was thinking about putting it into a Dropbox folder, the full length in there, and then once you join Patreon, you get access to that. So I'll be curious to see how other channels do that as well. But I think without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and talk about and let's watch and see what happens. It is, son.
이 말대로 아줌마가 그랬다면 당장 조치를 취해야겠지.
내가 그랬어요.
Whoa. Like the parallels of whenever Jin was watching his face in the backstory.
I told Jack I would light a fire. I'm not abandoning him.
Dang.
My husband thinks we have to do as he says, because he's the only one who knows how to sail. But he's wrong. I can help you sail the boat.
Oh, thank God. I really thought we were not going to get more of the other story here.
Am I interrupting something?
Would it really matter if you were?
Who are you?
We have a situation, and they have a sailboat.
How?
I have no idea.
How quickly can you put together a team?
Within the hour.
And don't waste time talking to us. Hey, Colleen.
Connie.
I want that boat.
Oh.
Nice alarm clock.
그러니까 내 말을 처음부터 들었어야지.
Ooh. No. Or I think something's gonna happen. I think something's gonna happen to Jin. Oh.
What's wrong? I don't want to share you anymore.
Oh.
회장님.
Oh my. Oh man, that can't be good.
You expect me to work in this dress?
No, it's up to you. You can take it off if you want.
Sawyer!
How dare you?
이놈한테 내 것을 도둑 맞았어. 자네가 이 문제를 해결해주길 바라네.
Oh, it's just the guy that he steals and he has the blood over his hands. Oh my God.
자네 나 시킨 대로만 하면 돼.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yes, Jim. Of course it's safe.
I don't know about that.
Hey.
Oh.
Careful. Don't let them see you talking to me. Did you see another guy in there with you? About my age, named Carl? Where'd you get that dress? They gave it to me. It's mine.
Wouldn't they like work better if they like? I guess you don't want them to talk because they could come up with a plan to escape or something. But I don't know.
Thank you.
Would help morale maybe. You're also gonna tell the others where exactly you are.
And what would you know about lying, son?
Cause I'm a good one myself.
We're putting our lives in danger.
Oh,
I
yeah.
suspect that when they see the smoke, they'll send a scout party to investigate. By then it will be night.
I have a feeling we're gonna lose Jin. Jin's gonna die this episode, or something really bad's gonna happen.
이상한 말씀 하시던데.
Oh, she's like, oh, did you?
나를 아들이라고 부르셨어.
No.
갑자기
I will say that Sun and Jin's relationship is definitely one of the most interesting on the island. Because there's so much about like culture and traditions and
건.
expectations. It's so rich.
he knows what we're doing.
하는 것보다
Busted!
He says he understands English better than I think he does.
Oh.
He knows I betrayed him.
It's an automatic. The gun is inside the tub.
Oh my gosh. This is so tense. One of the most peculiar characters so far. I don't think that was a smart thing to do. No. What? Yeah, this was not gonna go anywhere. What are our characters like? What are they involved with now? What are they doing? What is their agenda? What are their goals? As always, I have more questions than answers, but that's lost. Oh, are they gonna go to her? This isn't gonna be the safest spot, after all. Yep, this is about to be problematic. He's gonna think it's because of he's screwing with his wife, but it's because of the dad.
내가 왜 여기 왔는지 알아?
He thinks it's because of Jin, or he thinks it's because of son.
이름도 바꾸고
Oh my
다시
goodness,
새 인생을 살아.
so many layers
그때
here.
넌 끝이야.
He's gonna think that son betrayed him. Did he jump? Connie, yeah.
Shoot.
No, you won't, son.
Oh,
I know you, son Wakwan. I am not the enemy.
Who
We
it-
are not the enemy.
who's the enemy?
But if you shoot me, that's exactly what we'll become.
She did shoot. This is probably not good. Now they realize. Oh, this is not gonna be good. Oh my gosh. Oh, I hope she didn't get hit. No. This ain't gonna be well though. She shot Connie.
얼마나 치욕스러웠으면.
Ooh.
그만 이제 와서 무슨 소용이 있다고.
Oh, he's not wrong. I still think the child is definitely Jin's based off timing, I think, but I could be wrong. There hasn't been too much to write this episode. A little light on the plot and a lot of character.
I'm guessing most of these boys never seen any real action.
That blonde who had a gun pointed at you?
Would have shot you. No problem.
Why'd she call you James?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's true.
'Cause that's my name. It's like strawberries.
Oh my gosh.
You taste like fish biscuits.
Well, shortcake. Now we wait for these bastards to make a mistake. I'll be there to put them in their place.
Oh. They were watching that whole thing.
I want for you to change your perspective.
I like how he changed to what
And
he
the
was
first
saying.
step in doing that would be, my name is Benjamin Linus.
Benjamin.
And I've lived on this island all my life.
Oh, whole life. He's at least in his 40s, maybe late 30s, late 30s, early 40s.
If you cooperate, we send you home.
If you could leave this island, why would you still be here?
Yes, Jack. Why would we be here?
That is a great question. Now you're asking great questions, Jack.
Your flight crashed on September 22nd, 2004. Today is November 29th. That means you've been on our island for 69 days. And yes, we do have contact with the outside world. Jack's re-elected George W. Bush. Boston Red Sox won the World Series.
Oh. What?
The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Right there,
Wow.
on the other side of that glass. And if you listen to me, if you trust me, if you do what I tell you when the time comes, I will take you home.
It's gonna end the episode. Wow, what an interesting episode, you know? I would say it definitely was slow for the most part. You know, we focused a lot on the characters, which is important. It was nice to get another update on Sun and Jin. And big takeaway there, Connie led a group of the others and to get the boat, and they now have the boat. Connie was shot by Sun, which is not gonna probably be very good. We now know that they are, along with Saeed, are now going towards back to their camp, I would imagine. Hurley's on their way too, I would assume, as well. And then now with the others, they're making them do labor, specifically Sawyer and Kate. So, and then obviously they're keeping Jack separate, which is very interesting. And they confirm that they do have access to outside world information, which is... It makes sense, because being the fact that they had all that information from the prior episode. But now my question is, why are they here? Jackass, and that's a great question. He says, when the time comes, I will need you to do something. What is that something? We can also talk about the fact that... Oh, there was something else, and I wrote... did I write it down? Oh, yeah. So his name is Benjamin Linus, and he's been on this island his whole life. Does that mean, like, he was born on this island? That's interesting. So... let's say he's in his 30s to 40s. It's 2004. It's now November 2004. 30 years prior would have put him in the 70s. And isn't that when Dharma... isn't that like Dharma, when Dharma started? Oh gosh, I don't know if I have notes for that accessible right now. Okay, I don't have my early notes from that because I had a different book. So could we hypothetically, I mean, the dates are not, it's kind of hard right now because we don't know actually how old Henry is. I'd say probably 30s to 40s-ish, give or take. Is it out of the realm of the possibility that he actually has been here and he was born on here and maybe had something to do with the Dharma Initiative? That's interesting to me. I'm going to be really curious to see how that plays out. Besides that, though, there really wasn't much more else. A little bit of information here, but I'm excited for episode 3. I'm hoping that maybe we get some more exposition, some more plot, or some more moving the story forward a little bit. But this was a nice, needed episode because I do think the first episode was so much that if you keep giving more information, it could confuse people maybe and just really overwhelm the audience. I mean, obviously, we all want answers and we want more info, but I do think they'll give it to us just in good time. But overall, a strong episode. I did enjoy this a lot. But what did you guys think about it? Let's talk about it down in the comments. I'm curious to hear y'all's thoughts on this episode. Here are some of my other videos that you might enjoy as well, and have a good rest of your day.